They whispered in the hallways and they shouted in the street. Told me I was nothing but a ghost of a defeat. Unwanted and no love, like a shadow in the rain. Feeding on my spirit, trying to cultivate my pain. Said I couldn't reach the summit, that I'd never find the grace. Just a permanent reminder of a failure in this place. But I gathered up the pieces of the heart they tried to break, and I built a solid kingdom out of every single stake. Now I'm standing on the mountain that they said I couldn't climb, turning all that bitter static into rhythm and a rhyme. They'll use your past as a weapon when you finally start to shine. They pretend to be your brother while they're crossing every line. One word out of place and they turn the love to hate, trying to take the very thing that made you finally great. But you've come too far to let them drag you down below. Let the petty fires burn while you continue on the road. Now they're smiling to my face with the mask so thin and cold, acting happy for the story that the neighborhood was told. But the second that I disagree and stand upon my truth, they start digging for the secrets that I buried in my youth. Weaponizing memories just to keep me in my lane, trying to snatch the victory and replace it with the shame. It's a heavy price to pay just for being who I am. Watching snakes turn into lions over every little gram of the progress that I made while I was bleeding in the dark. Now they wanna blow the fuse just to dim my little flame. Well, you your past as a weapon when you finally start to shine. They pretend to be your brother while they're crossing every line. One word out of base and they turn the love to hate, trying to take the very thing that made you finally great. But you've come too far to let them drag you down below. Let the fairy fires burn while you continue on to grow. It is hard to keep the focus when the daggers hit your back, when they're looking for a reason just to find a little crack. Give me armor that you polish with your sweat and with your blood. They would rather see your garden covered up in bitter mud. Just because I didn't play the role that's scripted for my life, now they're cutting through the friendship with the sharp and petty knife. But the distance I have traveled is a map they cannot read. I am planting different flowers while they're sowing every weed. I won't stumble for the people who are stuck inside the past. I am built for the endurance and I'm built to make it last. They'll use your past as a weapon when you finally start to shine. They pretend to be your brother while they're crossing every line. One word out of place, then it's time to love the hate, trying to take the very thing that made you finally great. But you come too far to let them drag me down below. Let the petty vibes burn while you continue on to